Okay, to get started, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be searching for Prezi. Okay, and then you can go, excuse me, it should be the first thing that you get to. And oh, okay, sorry, I'm still logged in with my demo account here. I'll log out. Okay, so you should get to this screen, and all you do is you go to the either this Get Started or the other one. So you go to the Get Started, and then you pick the free one, the public free, and you click on Continue. And this is where you enter your name. And this is where you put in your email address. Oopsie. At mail.sc23.bc.ca. And here's where you put in your regular secure password. And then down here, I'm not sure if you have to actually put that in there, but you could just say, just call it other. And then thanks Jacob, why all the questions, blah, blah, blah. And then create your free public account. Oh, sorry. This is new. Why are all the questions? We're not just being nosy, we'll use this. Please fill out the field. Blah, blah. Okay, now I'm not going to remember his, although on your computer you might want to remember. Okay, thanks Jacob. Okay, so once you get logged in, you should see your name up here, and then they give you a couple of Prezis to start with, but what you're going to do is you're just going to create your own. So you create a new Prezi. And it takes a second or two to download the software. So what happens is, up in the left corner you can see loading, and then pretty soon an icon is going to appear, and then this thing's going to build. And once that whole circle is filled, then you're going to be good to go. Okay, now they give you some templates to choose from, but I don't want you to use these templates. They just end up confusing students. You're much better off to start with a blank one. So down here where it says Start Blank Prezi, just click on that. And this is the editor. This is like your Weebly website in a way. This is the environment where you can actually create your book report. Now I'm just going to pause because I realize I need to bring up the marking sheet. Okay, so we'll just go through the marking sheet to go through how to do these things. So as with everything, you need a title page. You have to have a picture, the author's name, and title of the book. So going back to the Prezi, you can just like it'll open up to this default circle in the middle. You can click and add title. Actually, let me make an actual real one. And you'll see that it does spell check. So you can see here there's a spelling error. If you right click, you can choose from various options. Let's say I'm going to do one on the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Okay, so I need to have a picture. Now, before you do much of your book report, I would say you should probably find all your pictures first, okay? Because it's just going to be a whole lot easier. So if I want to insert a picture, I just go up here, click Insert Image, and just like all these other things, it comes with some built-in images, but you should probably save your own. So if I go to Pictures, and then I created a folder called The Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe, I can now find a picture that I want, and I can put it in there. So right now it's processing. Now with these pictures, you can do a bunch of things. You can make them bigger. If you hover over top of one of these circles, I'll make it a little bit smaller so you can see. So so you got these squares that you can drag, but if you hover over top, you get the circle. And with the circle, you can actually rotate your image. And that comes into play when you want to fly around your Prezi. Now, if you want to move your Prezi, if you hover over top, you have these three choices. You can make it bigger, smaller, or in the middle there's a hand. That's where you would grab and move it to wherever you want. Alright, so there's my picture, author's name, blah blah blah. Main characters, picture, describe each of the characters. So, there's a very handy little 3-button toolbar over on the right hand side. It has home, zoom in, and zoom out. If I click on home, it will just make sure that everything that I've put on my Prezi is visible in my screen. And right now all I've got is a title, so it didn't make much change. But I can zoom out to show my entire working area, and you can see that I have a vast working area. I can make, I can put all sorts of things in here. So I'm just going to make it slightly bigger here. Alright, let's say I want to put characters over here. So in order to put in text, all I do is click and double click. So just double click, main characters. Okay, so that's my title. Now, as you can see, you can do a whole bunch of stuff with that. You can highlight, you can bold it, you can change the colors, you can center the text, you can left align, you can do all sorts of different stuff. So there's my title. Now, one of my characters is Peter. So I'm just going to put anywhere I want. Actually, yeah, let me just, you know what, I probably want to change this because the title is much smaller than characters. So I can change it in a bunch of different ways. I can grab the text box and change the size that way. I can use the minus signs and change it that way. And I could also click on it, and then these two icons, I can click on the big A to make them bigger and the small a to make it smaller. So lots of different ways you can change size. Anyways, I'm going to put in one of the characters' names is Peter, so I'm going to put Peter here, and then down below I'm going to describe Peter. He's the eldest. And another text box. Actually, I'm going to put that over here. A bit bossy, and we'll call him brave. Okay, so these things are all connected to Peter, but I haven't connected them yet, and I'll show you how I'm going to fly around. But my plan, now this is where I'm going to show you the home button. So if I click on the home button, it brings everything that I've put onto my workspace, it brings it into view. So my plan is to go from here to here, to the main characters, to Peter, to here, to here, to here. So I'm going to fly things around as we go. Alright, let's see what else I have to do. Main characters, picture, describe. Okay, so blah blah blah. Setting, same thing. Pictures, describe it. I'm not going to show you how to do that because I just did that up here. Plot, pictures, describe. Now please realize that it's in paragraph form, this one here, in paragraph form. Author, picture, go to the library, blah 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 blah. Credits, give yourself credit. Don't include a picture of yourself. Give credit for each picture that you use. You can use a hyperlink, blah blah blah. Okay, so let me just do that quickly. So let's say I'm going to zoom out, and I want to stick my credits over here. So I'm going to call it credits. That's too big. I'm going to make it a lot smaller. And I'm going to zoom in just a bit. Move my space around. Okay, so I'm going to go picture, whoopsie, picture of book cover. Alright, so what I want to be able to do is I want to take that and I want to turn that into a link. So I'm going to go to, now I've lost it, where do I go? Oh, hang on, I got to pause. Okay, so to put it in a link, just do a search for what it is. Find the picture that you want, click on it, and then click on the view page, and then this is the link that you're going to want to put in if this is where you got the book from. So you can see that there's a picture of that. Oh, I'm going to skip that ad. So this is the page where I got my picture from. So I'm just going to copy that, and then on my Prezi, I'll say, okay, I picture from the book cover, and then I'm just going to right click and paste, and it comes in what looks like gibberish, but if I hit the space bar and then click off, you can see that it actually underlines it, which means it's going to be a clickable link. so people can go to your the image where you got it from. Okay, credits page, blah blah blah. Picture on each page. Okay, so picture on each item. At least one link, which we got. Oh, an embedded video. So if I go Lion the Witch in the Wardrobe and click on videos, so I'm going to click on videos. Oh, I should probably take out the book cover as part of my search here. Hang on. Okay, so once you found the video, and make sure it's on YouTube, because if it's on a different website it probably won't work. Just like you have been working on, you just highlight and copy, and then you go back to here, and I'm going to go to my home button so I can see my whole screen, and I want to stick my video over here. So I'm going to click over here, click Insert YouTube Video, paste the link, and then click Insert. And then here, once again, I can resize, I can rotate, and I can move it around. Okay? Alright, so I think that's about it. Just make sure that you've spell checked it and all that. Now, the fun part here is building your flight path. So I'm going to click on the home button to make sure I can see everything. And what I'm going to do is, when you're building your flight plan, it's important for you to know where everything is. But then once you get your bearings and you realize where everything is, it's okay to zoom in a bit. And down here, it says Edit Path. So I'm going to click on that, I think. Alright, so right now it says number one, it's going to start at that circle. Alright, so the second thing I want to do, now you notice that as you hover, it ghosts in a number 2. So this is the second thing I'm going to go to. And then when I click on 3, just watch what happens over here. So I'm going to zoom in on the title, then I'm going to go over to this picture. You'll notice that the picture comes over here in my path. Now I'm going to zoom a little bit because I want to go over and I want main characters to be the 4th thing. And then actually I should probably get a little bit bigger here. Peter, the 5th thing. He's a bit bossy. 6th thing, he's brave. 7th thing, he's the eldest. 8th thing. Then I'm going to want to fly all the way over to credits, let's say, is 9. Whoopsie. Click on, what's going on here? Maybe I need to zoom in, or out I should say. There we go. Okay, click on this as the next one. Oh, I've lost my path. Oh, I double clicked. That's what I did. Okay, so as soon as you double click, you get out of the path editor. I need to go back into the edit path down here in the corner. If I can click on it. All right. So number 9 was credits. I'm going to click over here. Is number 10. I'm going to make my video number 11. Okay. So right now that's my path. But if I wanted to, I can change things around. Let's say I want to say Peter, that he's the eldest, and then he's a bit bossy. So if I click on eldest, drag it up to there, so now it's going to go Peter, then eldest, then bit bossy, then brave. So if you want to see how this all looks, all you do now is click on present. You can click on allow, and then use these arrows at the bottom, and you can see zoom in on that. Now let me do that back again. So you can see that as you tilt these pictures, it adds a kind of a cool effect as you fly. Flies it around, and then we're going to go over to main characters, that it's Peter, and notice he's the eldest, and blah blah blah. And then I'll just quickly speed click through all these things. And then it will auto play once you get to that. Okay, so this is the standard background, white and boring. So if you want to customize it, then all you have to do is click on Customize, and then you can scroll through and take a look at some of these looks here. Let's say you like red, so you might want to take the volcano look. And then if you want to see what it actually looks like, just click on Present, and then you can see how it plays. If you want to get out of the present mode, just hover over the top right corner. You got a pencil there, which takes you back to edit mode. Any other? Whoops. So the question was, by default, it always puts in the circle right in the middle. So the question is, do I have to have that circle? Now, first of all, you notice that I'm hovering over it, and it tells me that the circle is number 1, and the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is number 2.